Welcome back to our study called Grief and Favor. Today we're looking at verses 5 and through 7 in Genesis chapter 6. And this section is called the Depravity of Man. Now, the Lord sees actions and intentions. We know that from the Bible. Verse 5 says that God saw the wickedness of the human race. They had filled their lives with evil. Their outward lives that they lived were filled with great sin against others and God. But it wasn't just a behavioral problem, like they were just acting wrong, but inside they were really good. They were actually good people. No, their heart, their very nature, their souls were wicked too. Every thought and imagination that they had was tainted with evil. Thomas Boston warns us to not say in our hearts, "What is that to us? Let that generation of whom the text speaks see to that. For the Lord has left the case of that generation on record to be a looking glass to all after generations, wherein they may see their own corruption of heart and what their lives would be too if restrained them not." So again, all the evil action and thoughts of people did not go unnoticed by God, for we see the Lord reacted to the evil of man. Look at verses 6 and 7. We have the response of God to all the evil that is in His world. We see the words regretted, grieved, and sorry. Make no doubt about it that God is described as being a God of emotions. But His emotions are the standard by which we derive our emotions, not the other way around. It is by the way of condescension that Moses describes God's feelings about evil. He uses language that we can understand and applies it to the infinite perfection of God. Many people read into this passage a change in God's plan and purpose, as if God was caught off guard or learned something that He hadn't always known when mankind became so sinful. God's not like, "Oh no, I got to do plan B now. These guys have got worse than I thought they would." No, that's not the case. No, what Moses presses home is that God is hurt by the sin and wickedness of God. It grieves Him. The words used in this passage all speak of sadness and lament. This is what we are meant to see. Not change in God, but a perfectly holy God reacting to pure evil in His creation. So God vows to deal with the evil by destroying all land-dwelling creatures. As we have already seen in every pronouncement of judgment that God makes against evil, there is always a greater pronouncement of salvation. That's what we find when we turn to verse 8, which we'll look at next time.